What's up, everybody? I'm Emmett
Joe,
and we are the UFO Bros.
Yeah.
And we're coming at you live from the facility.
The facility.
And
We're in the facility.
the most facilitating facilitator ever.
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah. We're having like a really good time right now, though, because we've been diving into all kinds. Sorry, I felt like
Okay.
the guy from, oh gosh, what's his name? Leaves my head. You guys know his name. Some kind. Yeah, that's a little bit of a fail on my part there. I hope you guys are having a really good new year, first of all. And we'll get back on topic. We had an eventful holiday season, lots of family. And that's always a wonderful time. I'm sure you all have those kinds of special times with family as well.
Yeah, everybody has those times around holidays where shit don't go their way.
Now, this is the first 45-minute podcast.
That's amazing.
That is the explository explosions of all explosions. Yes. But, I don't know, man. We've got a lot to talk about, but the good news is I have a book here that's going to help us. And,
first, what we need to talk about tonight is the desert.
yes, Contact in the Desert.
Contact in the desert. I don't know what I keep saying.
Yes.
Contact in the desert. We need, just let them know we're reserving our spots for the camping. We'll be out there.
Is reservating a word? Reservating? No, it's a...
I don't know.
We have reserved. Thank you all so much. Yes, the word is reserved. We have reserved our camping spot for the whole time. We're getting there the day before and leaving the day after. So that means...
Yeah, that means, you guys come and follow us. We'll chill, party, and talk.
4 nights we're going to be camping on.
I hope there's no probing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how this goes down. This is definitely my first time. So it's the 4th. I thought it's only been around a couple years, but it's been around a long time. But I will tell you this. I don't want to promo the event too much because obviously they're not giving us any sponsorship money or anything like that. But
no, we're low budgeting. We're balling on the budget.
Yeah, so we could use some sponsorship money.
Absolutely.
If Contact in the Desert is getting anybody from this, there's lots of the biggest headliners in ufology really are on panels at this Contact in the Desert event. They've got let's see, Linda Moulton Howe. They've got
Really?
Dr. Stephen Greer, which we talked about all the time.
He's gonna be there?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. David Wilcox. And then, oh my gosh, there's just a whole line of people that you're going to want to see. Giorgio's going to be there. Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Giorgio is gonna be camping.
Yes. And so that's going to be just exciting. And we do plan on seeing if we can get the scoop, you guys. Maybe I can jump on Dr. Stephen Greer's back and hold on to his muscles and we can wrestle him down to the ground. And we can be like,
oh, sexy girlfriend!
well,
That's what it feels like with you two.
no. I was wrestling to Dr. Greer.
No!
Can we interview you?
No!
And I'll be like, we need to. Yeah. Okay, that was a toilet flush. Are you guys getting the sound effects? If you're not, let us know, because...
Is anybody on chat?
No, what the heck?
We posted it.
What the heck?
You get 45 minutes, but that's 15 minutes gone. You're getting the full effect.
Listen here. We're 7 minutes into this, and normally I'd already be trying to speed through it because I want to get through everything, but we could just sit here.
We could just be kosher. We can actually talk. We don't have to jumble.
We don't have to be in a rush.
So everybody sit there, grab some
You're
popcorn.
engaged.
Grab an apple.
I'm engaged. And get some
down
crunchity cruncher.
And add, follow us.
Get some crunchy munchies, get some dippy whippies, get some sippy sippies.
All right, Carla, you got that right. Dippy whippy. Did you get that, Carla?
No.
Dippy whippy. There's another one for your...
a go-go cart.
Go-go cart.
A go-go cart. So anyway, here's my steamer. If you guys don't catch that, that's the Richard Simmons on the David Letterman show. It is one of the most...
Why are you talking about
We laughed
Richard
so
Simmons?
hard. Because we have 45 minutes to talk about things. So, I mean, what do you want from me is the real question. How's our followers doing? I just want to say thank you to all of the new followers who are jumping on board our social media bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, I'm just going to name a few. Like, there's Code UFO is giving us some love. Hysteria 51, by the way, we support them on Patreon. And we do recommend, if you don't want to support us on Patreon, support Hysteria 51 because they're doing good work over there.
Yeah, and I just want to make a shout out to J-Dog. You know who you are, buddy. And, yeah, I love you, buddy.
I just want to, let our people know, we might be interrupted by children. It's potential. It's a potential. There's all kinds of people here of all ages at this facility, so we might be interrupted by children. But I hope we are live right now. Yes, it says we're live. I just want to make sure, because we have 38 more minutes, and I want to make sure we get to chat with some people. But also we've got at AYEECUATRO. I don't know. I think it's Japanese. Maybe not. I'm not entirely certain. Or... Anyway. But thank you. And Hatton Dwayne, at Hatton Dwayne, is always giving us some feedback. We greatly appreciate that, of course.
We do?
Yep. Lob Bazaar, our adored Lob Bazaar. He got his picture. He got his picture today. So just so you guys know, if you support us on Patreon, we send you stuff. And if you want to do that, it's www.patreon.com/UFOBROSTV. If you didn't hear in the other 20 podcasts, you're hearing it now. You get to hear it again.
This is what's going to get us our...
You guys, look, if you want us to really bring this stuff out and be part of this disclosure movement, get your friends.
Huge.
Tell your friends about what we're doing. Share our stuff. Retweet us like you guys have been. Continue to support us. Tag us. We truly, really believe that there is a disclosure movement coming, and that we're going to be on the wave. We got somebody in the chat room here, and they're making fun of the way I said their name, as they should be. So, how do you pronounce your name? Is it a Japanese name? And by the way, we're talking about one of our followers here on Twitter. The one I was trying to say before, at A4. Yes. Any word on the Anshar? I'm not really... What is an Anshar? We're going to see if that's an alien you're talking about. We're going to get to that here pretty soon. So just hang tight as we were pitching you guys, basically. Hey, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell people you hate about us. That's even better.
What do you say, Anshard?
Yeah, if you just could do a quick search on Anshar, Anshar. I'm not entirely certain what that means.
Anshar Wars, huh?
Yeah.
Dead air, not good. Reading stuff, trying to get it good. All right, but we're gonna be out there, and then there is also
back to Contact in the Desert. Yes, we're gonna be there. So come hang out with us. Come hang out in our campsite and podcast with us and talk about aliens, talk about UFOs, let's talk about that stuff and just hang out and have a good time. So don't be scared to come up and say hey if you're there. We're really looking forward to going. There's something about just getting on the road and going. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to be on the road all day today, or I'm going to be on the road all this week, depending on where you're going. Which, is what makes this exciting. You can just pick up and go, head down there, bring your tablets, your devices, what you need to podcast, and hang out with other people that like to talk about this stuff. So it's really,
yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be blast.
Yeah. So we're gonna check in on our Instagrammers, huh? Our Instagram is going crazy, awesome. We're really appreciating Glurp the Alien, Talking Tree, liked our photos here. Thank you very much. Bonnie Hunt Visionary Art, thank you. You're always giving us some love on here. Just thank you to some new followers. Like Oily Organic Mama. Or it's either Oily Organic Mama or Oil Your Organic Mama. It's probably the other. I'm having a hard time with names tonight. I don't know what my deal is.
Names.
Names. It's the musical fruit. The more you say them, the more you forget them. But a face. I remember a face. And speaking of, we're going to talk about alien faces. How about that, guys? We're going to pause for just a quick break. And thanks for listening. This is a 45-minute podcast. We haven't talked about much yet. We're just doing a quick update. So if you're listening, you don't know much about us, or if you're on our podcast or on YouTube, just take this minute. Check us out. Go to our social media. We're on all things at UFOBROSTV. We'll be back here in just a moment, guys. So hang tight. Okay, and we're back, you guys. So we have some new equipment here. So if for some reason this doesn't work, we will find out. What I'm going to basically do is try to do two things on the same device and see if we can make it happen. So let's see what happens if I do this. Here we are. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, tweet me. Say, we can't hear you. We're really new to kind of this little upgrade situation, and we're learning just like everybody else. But we're going to talk about, I know that a lot of our followers, well, not a lot, but a few amongst, I guess, the few that we have, so I guess it seems like a lot, but the handful that have come forward and said, hey, why are you guys always talking about the grays? You guys are always commenting on the grays. Every picture you show has a gray in it. And, I was thinking, why is that? Why do we only show the grays? And I think probably for Joe and I, when we look at the grays, they just seem to me to be what they would look like, especially the more humanoid-looking ones.
You know how many people comment saying the one with Skinny Bob?
Yeah.
Every single person that I've shown that footage to, they're like, oh, it's CGI. But it maybe could be replicated, but I don't know. I seriously believe that's exactly what they're supposed to look like.
I agree. Totally agree. I totally agree with you.
100%. I mean, no doubt. I think that's what they're supposed to look like, or supposed to represent. And now they're talking about taller ones.
Yes,
the grayish, or no, the ones that are brownish, right?
We're going to get into that too. There's quite a few different here that I'm going to show you guys, and maybe I'll also show a few of them on our Instagram and Twitter. There's some pretty amazing pictures in this book I got a hold of. It's amazing. And, I actually found it searching through random Google images. It was crazy. And I was amazed at these illustrations and attention to detail of... I'm concerned. Can you guys hear us out there? I'm not sure if you can, or if we're just breaking in and out. If we're breaking in and out, we are. Because what I'm trying to do is, like I said, two things on one device, and... Okay, can you guys hear us? Just let us know. Give us a tweet. Give us a tweet or something if you're not able to hear.
Give us a little shouty.
And if you're hearing this after the fact, sorry, you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
We apologize to you anyway, huh?
If Carla in the room, Carla's usually the first one in. Maybe not tonight.
Okay, so yeah, they do hear us good, because I was concerned, about that. I want to make sure they can hear us. So, tell us about the new logo, Joe, before we get into the alien.
Oh,
while I pull this up, because you guys, it's awesome. Joe hand drew the new logo,
Yes.
And
I did.
there's some more cool art coming your way that Joe is going to be doing.
Yes.
And like we said in our tweet and our Instagram post, if you join us in Spreaker in the chat room, we will gladly make you a custom background UFO Bro image. So just let us know, and I see who's in the chat room, so they could just remind me. But tell them like what inspired, because to be honest, we've been actually working on this since Roswell.
We have been.
Remember
Thinking of ideas.
We sat in Starbucks for hours and got diarrhea
That's
from
true.
drinking so much coffee.
That was,
That was a lot of diarrhea. That was a lot of coffee. But anyway,
That
tell
was a
the
long
story.
drive home. Well, we've been juggling with the ideas like everybody's got a flying saucer, everybody's got the gray alien face. It's everywhere. That's and I was looking. I was like, well, there's a hand. There's a green hand, 4 fingers.
Hey, by the way, one of our chatters just says, "Original logo, guys. Great work."
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank
Joe
you.
says thanks. Well, I'm sorry. I don't. They can hear you. You have a microphone.
Duh. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I've done a lot of artwork stuff, but I was just trying to think of something. 4 fingers, alien hand was kind of going that way. I was doing something. All of a sudden, I was sketching the F for the UFO and kind of brought the top of it around. It looked like a TV, and then I put a little antenna on it, and Bob's your uncle.
And then, of course, I get a hold of it, and I'm like, well, what about this?
Yeah,
this,
Mr. Critiquey.
this is part of my my personality. But anyway, I also know how to step out of the way when somebody's really great at something. So I'm so glad he came up with it, because we were throwing out so many ideas, and we were going to try to pay somebody. Yes, and that was the feeling when you had it, right?
Yes.
In your head. Because I knew it. You grabbed the tablet and you said, nope, it's none of this. And by the way, we had spent hours and hours outlining this design
Then
meticulously.
all of a sudden, we
and
sat
then he
there.
said,
That was exactly how I felt when it came up on the screen. Anyway, enough about the logo. About this, what we're going to get into here today, this evening, probably in the morning somewhere else, is...
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Yes, it is excellent. How grays, and then the tallish, brownish green ones there are, the stinky ones. I'm sure some people have their own opinion on it, and what reptile species there is, or reptile DNA. It's kind of hard for me to think that. I mean, there could be different species that visit us we don't even know about. As far as we know, it's the
well,
little gray
according
ones.
to this booklet, and since we're jumping into it, it's called A Visual Guide to Alien Beings, and it will freaking blow your mind. I don't really know the entire story behind this, but it's by somebody named David W. Chase, C-H-A-C-E.
Oh, yes.
And that's actually where I pulled the image on our Instagram and Twitter from. Definitely not our image, but wanted to
Yes, it's on
make
our-
sure to give the artist the credit. But look at this, Joe. Okay.
Oh wow.
You guys can't see it. You need to download it. I'll probably try to put a link. But it's this beautiful artwork you can see here. Look at these are all different accountings of people's descriptions. So he'll, like as an example for this page on these different aliens, I think what he does is he takes the ones that he thinks are the most...
Really, a praying mantis?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one because there is some characteristics, I guess, about that.
Chicken
specific-
fingers?
Yeah, there's chicken fingers, and then there's like these little short blue guys, which were in the movie Communion. We're going to talk about those.
Oh my.
I don't know. Was that a cross-eyed Asian guy? I don't know. But look at these. Look at this.
It looks like Skinny Bob to me.
Yeah, and then here you can see what the people's description of. Very smooth. Had more of a jawline than this, with like an arrow pointing to the diagram. So it's just very specific and detailed
cool.
and high resolution. So
How come you never showed me this?
to be honest with you, I just found it today. Just like accidentally stumbled upon it. Like it even explains here that there's tall grays, guys. They're like mantis type, and some are more mantis-like, where some are more gray-like. They're up to 7 feet, which is detailed in here. They talk about the tall beings, in quotations, the Stryber being, referring to, of course, the Whitley Stryber case, which is, which started the whole probe. Because we are probing hard tonight, let me tell you. We're going to be probing hard tonight.
Excuse me?
Well, not you, I mean, because, no.
Excuse me?
But that book, then sparked the movie Communion, which I tried to watch. I tried to watch it with Walken in it, and he ends up dancing with these two.
You put me in the movie.
That was a good one. I've been waiting for that one, bro. Man, we need to give you a round of applause, man. Here, let's give you a round of applause. Round of applause. Everybody?
I tried.
I think it's awesome. I think it's fantastic. You should be awarded handsomely for your awesome.
Well, pay me for this.
Hey, we're at 20 minutes. We're already like almost halfway through, and we haven't even started the book. So let's get into this thing. Sheesh. I hope everybody can hear me. If not,
let's take a quick break for a second so we can get our.
I already took a break, so we got to keep continuing because there's a lot to cover here. Because there's two different Schreiber type beings. One of which, like I said, is about a 4.5 to 5 foot tall being. The other one, which is depicted in the Communion movie as well as described pretty accurately in the book, is a blue 3'5" to 4" being, like a stocky blue.
Where do people
snouted,
they found?
short-faced.
Is this from? No, my question is this directly from the government, or is this from people's sightings of what they've seen? So you can say this out of 4 people, that 3 of them from other parts of the United States seen these beings.
Yes, what this artist has done is take multiple accountings of, what they call touched by an alien or whatever alien encounter, and
aliens,
tries to get like what they look like, and sketches them based on what the descriptions that the witnesses gave, and he comes up with multiple versions. And some of these get me. Like, we got to talk about the praying mantis people, because there are some descriptions in here of the praying mantis people, and
that's what we're talking about. So if you guys want to go night, you can, but stay up for this one.
It's been a long time since they've reported or done any documentaries on these guys. The reptilians.
Reptilians?
It's usually about the Greys, or
mostly like Greys. I've never heard anybody really.
Or like we said in the movies, some squid-like thing. Which that's where this starts to kind of bug me a little bit. Is they start to become so insect, or if not insect, if that's not the word, not non-mammalian looking is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Now, what's with these praying mantis type? Is that what the more insect looking is supposed to be, reptilian?
Well, look, see, as an accounting here, you can see, and I know you guys
That is a praying mantis.
That's what I'm saying. And I had a whole bunch of information on these guys here, and I seem to have lost it for our podcast here. Oh my gosh. Hang with me, guys. I'm just going through this book. I've been through it today because one thing that really caught my attention in it was the hornet wasps type, which are these eyes a little more, I would say, vertical rather than offset of like your typical gray, with 2 antennas. They're generally depicted as brown, so that might be the browns that you're talking about.
Yes, the browns. They're supposed to be. They have a smell to them.
Yes, I've also heard about that. And I am having a hard time, and this is where we need our listeners and our chatters. I'm having the hardest time understanding where the there's the tall grays, there's the tall whites, then there's the small grays. So you've got 7 and 9 foot beings, which are generally the tall grays or the tall whites. And then you have the 3.5 to 4 foot beings, which is your typical sort of grays. But then when you start going over to the kind of the insect, I guess, portion of this so-called species, you start getting you know what it reminds me of? I know. The movie, what's it called? District 9.
Oh, really?
Is that the movie?
Yeah.
That's not a porno name, is it?
No.
I don't think it is. I don't think so. Well, you never know because sometimes, you know.
No, you're right. It's District 9. That's it.
No, I want to do that. No, yeah. Wait, we're not now on porno. Wait, hold on. Let's take one step back. Take 2 steps forward. So here we are with the Hornets. We're with the praying mantises. We're with the reptilians, which supposedly, because I had to do some research on this a little bit, have infiltrated the government. And there are people that actually believe members of the government are indeed reptilian, either genetically modified reptilian, or they are reptilian in disguise. Wow. Reptilians in disguise. Sorry, that just popped in my head. I think that's a little silly, to be honest with you. I don't see the purpose of an intergalactic being coming down here to wear a skin suit to be part of our awful politics, which really doesn't get too much done.
No, they have no.
How does that make? I forget the reptilian part of it. Just the whole fact that anybody would want to actually
remember that video.
Well, then again, maybe they're all reptilian, because that's also crazy shit.
I mean, that's the best way you can describe it. Looks like reptilian.
Maybe they are reptilian. Or they say that they're shape-shifting reptilians.
I don't think so, because I think they're just... It's kind of hard to explain. They're more like whitish, I would say.
Reptilians?
No, well...
Or are you talking...
No, reptilians are more brownish looking, yeah.
Brownish green. And it's hard to tell sometimes. Some of these sketches are just in black and white. And to be honest with you, I feel like an artist of this caliber... recreating these races the way that they are, the way that they are, is really almost like as close as you can get to the actual sighting, or being able to get as close as you can to actually looking at this potential being from another planet. And there's over 200 pages, you guys. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and actually, you know, we're going to post that on our Patreon. That's where we'll post it. The link to this book, this high-resolution PDF, I will post on our Patreon account. So if you're a Patreon, patron, you will be able to get this book. And if you're really, really smart, I'm sure you can find it online. But, you know, we like to make things convenient and easy for y'all. So, now, look, check this out. There's also the cat-eyed grays, okay? And these are based on interviews of May of '98 with, it looks like somebody here who did not want to keep their name public. It's just a few initials. But there's more and more of these accountings of these cloaked beings that look like grays. And so here's just kind of a description. Wears a black cloak. Sorry, maybe I do want a Coke. I got some iced tea. Hood slightly pointed at top toward the back. Opening is wide. Could see ears if it had them, which it doesn't. Can see face when looking right at it from the front. Face is not deeply recessed in shadow. Pale, sickly white, hollow beneath the cheekbone. Unbelievably spindly. Skinny kid with cloak size of a small child. Yeah. That would creep the... But see, the key part of this is that there's supposedly a cat eye here.
Yes. 4
webbed fingers, lizard claws.
Trying to see.
It makes you wonder: is the person crazy, or because there's also the Nordics, which.
Oh yeah, I heard about them. A little bit bigger eyes.
I've heard about the Nordics on several different. Several different sort of topics. One being there is a really big belief in the Nordics. They seem to be as common as the Greys, but nobody's talking about them. And the Nordics, for those of you who don't know, come from, I don't know if the Nordics and the Palladians, that might be where I'm not sure if the Nordics or the Palladians are different or the same, maybe are our listeners can correct us on that, because we're all kind of learning together. There's so many here. There's no way to know what's what. And maybe that's what we should do, is just narrow it down, Joe.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
Something about bigger eyes.
Because I will say, there does not seem to be enough just info. It's all crap out there. Sorry, bitching fest right now from Emmett. Crap is out there. I'm sick of the thumbnails that show you, a spaceship invading, and then you click on it and it's a butterfly somewhere at night. It's very frustrating to me. So we don't want to do that. And
we want to get to the bottom of this.
We just want to provide the info. We want to get it to you guys. We don't want it to be like crap. It took me hours to dig just to get this info, because there was so much information. I'm still overwhelmed looking at it. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know if we'll be able to do it in 45 minutes. But I want to talk about like the praying mantis beings. This was based on an interview in '95, and I guess this is the message. It is time for us to merge with the mainstream of civilization. Time to join the galactic, trans-dimensional community of intelligent life. Our isolation and separation will end. We are not alone. Apparently, that's what this being, telepathically commuted to this witness here. So they've got little black feelers, very thin crease running along next to the eye, but the eyes protrude out the side like a praying mantis. They even showed two little mandibles here. It's pretty detailed. It's very, very nice art. Even showing like the thumb, the opposing thumb, and there were little fuzzy Velcro pads on the hands.
That's a straight insect to me.
And there is also a drawing of a male and a female. And apparently the males do have a phallus. Like, sort of, proboscis. I don't know.
For people that don't understand what phallus is, that's penis.
Basically, we're talking about wieners again.
Wieners and...
Alien wieners.
Only you, bro.
So, I guess this is their exploration strategy. They search for a suitable world and timeline with thought travel, then take their ships there physically by bending time, which, we've talked about that. Moving diagonally through time instead of straight through space like rockets do. See, we're talking about this stuff back here, and this is an eyewitness. That's pretty credible to me. That's exactly how the crafts operate. We did a podcast on that. Now, there is a kind of bouncing around here. There is I don't want to call it a cult. It's a religion or something. They're called the Raelians. Have you heard of these guys?
No.
Okay. This guy, his name's Rael, and I think he's from France. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not wrong. But one day in the 70s, he was driving along the beautiful countryside, and a flying saucer emerged down, and out came a being. Now, the being looked like a Nordic, but with long black hair. And he claims that this alien being told...
Come on!
You're full of it.
Told him all the secrets of the universe, and that what he was to do was to build a religion, and that they needed to build a temple of some sort to welcome back the beings, and that they will not come back until this enormous temple is built in some sort of place. I mean, that's the gist of it, okay?
Yeah.
But it is really like a free love kind of society, very hippie-esque, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just very different kind of religion. And their whole entire religious experience is based off, this other being that I think said it was a Palladian, I believe.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, and people talk about the Palladians. The Palladians, the Nordics are all supposedly...
They ain't Palladian now, right now.
The good guys. The Hornets, the lizard types, etc., the reptilians, tend to be staged as the bad guys. Now...
Really?
Yeah.
Bad guys, huh?
Oh, interesting. Hey, look, we've got a chatter saying Army Sergeant Clifford Stone, and yes, I have watched that disclosure piece, has encountered and treated praying mantis-type beings out in the field, and says there's 45 plus types of ETs.
45?
I know, and I saw another one that says over 90.
Different type of species.
Yeah. You know what I think that we need to do? I think we need to just start with the Greys and get all in one place, as much information as we can, and do each. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll put together a book or a sketch, something that details it. Because, first of all, it's really unfortunate that this book isn't in print because it's being pirated. It's kind of the only way to see it. Of course, I don't condone that, and if I can purchase it, I will. The link that I have gives me access to read the book for a short amount of time, so I'm not really sure how that works into the equation. But definitely going to want to check that out, folks. Definitely want to check that out. And also, while you're on our Patreon page, make sure you check out all the other stuff that none of you have been able to see because you're not a Patreon. And if you're a Patreon,
get your Patreon on.
You get stuff. And it's fun. And we have a good time. So, by the way, thank you for the contribution there on the Clifford Stone story. I'm going to have to go back and kind of re-educate myself on that whole situation. That's what I think. Anybody else think out there that there is more than 45? What, more than 99? Maybe we should do a poll. And maybe the amount of aliens out there are so vast that it's way beyond our comprehension. And the fact that everything is zeroed in on the Greys, which is said to be, one of many species, why is it that was put in front of us? Probably because it was the most benevolent looking face. The nicest looking face, and then it got distorted. It got turned into, the eyes became more, turned out, and everything basically like my sweater that you got me, and my UFO hat that has the alien head, same alien kind of head, which is kind of why we didn't want to put it in the logo, because it's obviously a beautiful idea. It's we love alien heads. We love alien head, by the way, so if there's any aliens out there listening, we have a few minutes. Maybe we'll have a cocktail. Maybe we'll have some cock. Maybe we'll have some tail. Maybe I'm sorry, excuse me. And we're back. Hi, we're back. You know what? This is what happens, Joe, when you leave me in charge of this podcast for 45 minutes, you see. But anyway, I just think there could be so many out there, and that part of soft disclosure is to put the more benign face out there, the one that seems to be easy enough to present to the public enough over and over and over and over and over again in so many more forms that of course we just become more and more used to it, and so when we do see the darn thing, we're not that surprised. And it's funny enough, Dwayne Hatton, I believe, one of our social media followers, he said, hey, I've been face to face with them. They don't really surprise me, they don't really make me excited, they're just there. And you know what? I want to feel that way. I think I could meet the Greys. I don't want to meet the lizards ones, and I don't want to meet the hornet one. I don't want to meet the praying mantis one.
I want to meet the Greys too. I want to know what they're about.
Well, they say.
Remember, I'm sorry to cut you off, Emmett.
Oh, that's okay.
But they're supposed to remember that the Contact in the Desert. I don't know which one it is, but it's supposed to be huge disclosure on, and it could change humanity.
No.
Is it not humanity?
No, it's not that. Not at the Contact in the Desert.
Oh, which one is it then?
You're thinking of, it's an event. I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
Okay.
But there is an event. And it sounds pretty awesome because the people involved are high involved individuals. And the people that are going to be at this event are really not ufologists or prominent people in ancient alien theory and whatnot.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. That's all right. You know what we'll do? We'll give you a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you get it. You get a round of applause.
priceless.
What was they talking about? I don't remember. We gotta get back on topic here, Joe. Your amazing art skills are just throwing me off. I don't know what to do with myself. And we're
Shut
at
up.
4 minutes. Countdown is begun.
4 minutes, huh?
Yeah. So what we're talking about were the different gray types.
Yes.
Like I said, there's the tall grays, which from reading this, I tend to be more sensitive and empathetic. Or at least the witnesses have felt that from them. Whereas the smaller grays tend to be more of the workhorses, or like the busy, like if in an ant colony, they would be the worker ants or the worker bees. And, they just get the job done. And so a lot of people are afraid of them, according to what I was reading, because they seem so emotionless. And, and in fact, they are emotionless. Because they just do what they do.
Yes.
Their job isn't to be emotional, I guess. I don't know what an alien's job is to be. If you do, let me know.
Right?
Carla is here. Well,
at the very end, lady.
It's about time.
Missed you, Carla.
It's okay. Joe, just... Can you pass me a tissue? She's gone for so long. I don't know. I'm back. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys. It's 45 minutes with us. By the way, this is exactly what it's like in the car with us.
If you want to go on a drive, but
except a whole lot more farting and arguing.
Not really arguing. It's just me won't shut up. I just keep making noises and stuff till we find something that's funny. But all I'm worth.
She says she missed us too. I'm like, yeah.
Get your hand off your hip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We should live stream this someday. I tried a YouTube live stream and it failed miserably, by the way. It was terrible. You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
I was trying to get my nephew to help me, and then he says, by the way, like my 10-year-old nephew, who is a genius, and I call him my IT support. And I was trying to figure it out and accidentally hit live, and he goes, oh, it looks like you're live. I'm like, how do you know that? He said, because YouTube tells me. I'm like, oh, yes, this is right. So I'm learning from the younger generation.
I can't believe how smart that kid is.
I know. He just needs some sunlight.
Ain't nothing like a 10-year-old hacker.
Yeah. We're at 2 minutes here, Joe.
11, 12. How much?
We're at 2 minutes here, Joe.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry we didn't get to talk. We're just jibber-jabbering, trying to figure out what to do.
Carla's right. We're the that was the man baby's nephew.
Yeah, we're the man baby's nephew.
We are the man babies. We're gonna take hold on, guys. We got a sick child here. Joe's got to go.
Daughter. Well, guys, I'll catch you later. I gotta get her to bed. So, see you guys. So I gotta go.
Hey, it happens, right? We're all people. I don't have any children, so I don't have to put anybody to bed. Except for myself. But we're going to wrap this up today with your homework, which is you got to go to our Patreon page and check out this book. And you'll be able to see exactly what we're talking about. And to be honest with you, I wanted to try to narrow down the types of alien species and get more information on them, but I became overwhelmed with the potential of there being this many potential aliens. I mean, we're kind of running out of time, and I just want to take a minute and thank all of you guys so much for listening, subscribing. Please start sharing if you aren't. That really is going to help us. We're going to be, as Joe said earlier, we will be at Joshua Tree, California, at the Contact in the Desert event coming up soon. We're also in the process of booking at other UFO venues and things. So if you're looking to book two very, very funny guest speakers to talk about UFOs at your event, you can always contact us at UFOBROSTV. Thank you guys so much. I'm Emmett. And I'm Joe. He's not here. And we are the UFO Bros. Thanks for listening, guys.